family and friends and fellow YouTubers, it's Kim here from Hancock Homesteading Gardens, and it is time for Stir It Up Saturday. So I'm going to give you a little hint. It's actually Thursday, but we have to do it while the vegetables are fresh, and so this is when we're doing it, and I will show it to you on Saturday. I am very happy to say that my daughter is out again today, and she's going to be helping me with this canning process. And what we are making today is the Fresh Vegetable Salsa that you can find in the Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving. And this salsa recipe will make either 10 8-ounce jars or 5 pint jars. And we are out of the smaller 8-ounce jars because we just made a batch of jelly. So we will be doing the 5 pint jars. And we will probably be doing 2 batches, but we're just going to do 1 batch at a time. So to make 5 pint jars, here are the ingredients that we're going to need. We will need 7 cups of chopped, cored, peeled tomatoes. And the tomatoes that we will be using are Roma tomatoes, fresh from our garden. We will need 2 cups of coarsely chopped onion. And the onions are fresh from my neighbor's garden that I bartered with. We will need 1 cup of coarsely chopped green bell pepper. And the green bell peppers are fresh from our garden. The recipe calls for 8 jalapeno peppers, seeded and finely chopped. And my daughter and I discussed this, and we have decided we're cutting that in half because our family has a very low tolerance for heat. We like mild recipes, mild salsas, so we're going to only use 4 of the jalapeno peppers. And then it calls for 3 cloves of garlic finely chopped, 1 can of tomato paste, and we are using the Heinz. I suppose if you can your own tomato paste and you have it on hand, you could use it. It calls for 5½ ounces. You can. We're going to be using 3/4 cup of white vinegar, and the white vinegar is to raise the acidity level of the other vegetables so that we can do the hot water bath canning. It calls for 1/2 cup of chopped cilantro, and we have that, and then 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, and we have that. So we have all the ingredients we need, and we are going to get started now. So here we go. Alright, so one of the ingredients that you need are jalapeno peppers, and I have never done jalapeno peppers personally, but from what I have read, they are very, very hot. And you don't want to get them in your eyes, so you don't want to get it on your hands. And I forgot to pick up plastic gloves, so I'm using Walmart bags. This might be a good way to be frugal, is to use Walmart bags instead of plastic gloves. But anyway, let's see what happens. So the recipe calls for 8 jalapeno peppers, but we are a family that likes everything very mild. So we are only going to use half that. We're only doing 4 per recipe. And so yeah, so this is my first time at cutting a jalapeno pepper. Can you see it? I've heard horror stories about these things. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to cut off the end. Alright, we're going to cut off this end. And then we're going to slice it down the middle. Kind of looks like a green pepper inside, except longer. Alright, and then we're going to cut out that inside. Have you noticed anything yet? I'm not feeling anything yet. Yeah, it slices like a green pepper. All right, if you guys out there in YouTube land are laughing at me right now, that's fine, but I would rather be safe than sorry, because onions make me tear up, and I've heard that these things are worse than onions. So, all right, and then we will rinse off those seeds, and that will go into, we will dice those and add half of what it calls for. So, all right, so there's my first jalapeno pepper sliced, and so far I'm not noticing anything, so that's good. All right, do you want to try one, daughter? Okay. All right. Okay, so Karen's going to try slicing one now using paper or using plastic bags.
I cut off each end.
Don't play with me.
Cutting it in half. I can't stand it.
This would probably work better if you had plastic gloves.
Yes.
So whenever you go to buy your jalapeno peppers, don't forget to pick up your plastic gloves.
Okay, so then I cut off these veins, is that what they're called?
Yeah, the veins. Help.
I did it! I did it with my word. I did it with my word.
With your ladder?
I did it with my word.
Did you do it with your ladder?
I did it!
So, I don't know if this is a thing, but like, since you can can something like salsa, can you can like vegetable soup? Like you can can potatoes and you can can tomatoes. Can you can vegetable soup?
Yeah, you can make your own vegetable soup.
But it can be canned?
Yep. Now, I personally, from past experience, would rather can the
Juice or base
potatoes and carrots and everything separately, and then when it comes time to make the vegetable soup, then add everything. Yeah, that's just my own personal style that I like better. So, all right. Should I get something to put all those? Here is a bucket for the scraps. And I'll get you a bowl for the. Here's the bowl for the good pieces. Finely, so like I don't know how fine you can cut, but
I'll go out.
we'll go out as soon as we get done with the canning, okay?
Is that fine enough?
Yeah.
Should I just like should I cut these in
Yeah,
half?
cut them in half again, and then. Okay, so we'll go out as soon as we get done with canning. Can you hop down because we can't see your mommy behind you? He knows, he can see himself. Look, he knows he's on there. See? Who is that? Are you on there?
Are you supposed to be sitting on the table?
Are you supposed to, yeah. Does Mommy let you sit on the table? No. Mommy's going, no. Look at those big brown eyes. All right, Hop down and go watch Car Patrol. Can you go watch Car Patrol? Okay, so since Karen chopped up the jalapeno peppers, I will be doing the cloves of garlic. Now this is a garlic bulb, okay? And you have to break it into the cloves, or chop it into the cloves, I guess. All right, and then if you look at this part of it is called a clove, okay? So I'm going to be using 3, and there they are. All right, so let me get those cleaned off, and I'll start chopping them, and we'll have what we need there. You want to take that outer skin off. It has an outer skin, kind of like an onion does. Okay, so we are going to start preparing the tomatoes, and the way we are going to do this is through a process called blanching. Blanching is when you will take a vegetable, and we will be coring these first, and then you dip it in boiling water for like 30 seconds, and then you take it out of the boiling water and you stick it in ice water to stop the cooking process. And by doing this blanching of the tomatoes, it will cause the tomato skins to just slide right off. So this is what you call a blanching pan. It is when you have a deep colander pan that fits down inside of another pan of hot water. Okay? Now, this pan, you're only going to want about half full of the water, because when you put the tomatoes in and the pan in, it's going to, of course, raise your water level. Alright? So, Karen, you'll go ahead and start helping me pour these and put them into the blanching.
Oh, do you have another knife?
I think some people blanch the tomatoes without taking the cores out first, but I was just always taught to core them first, so that's what we're doing. And you don't really have to go down too deep. You're just taking out that top part and any back parts. Blanch what we have. Yes, because I think we're going to have to stop and take care of a baby girl. Can you hang on 1 second while Grandma and Mommy blanches? Yeah, we're almost done. Yeah, and then we'll take care of you.
Okay, so I'm going to take these tomatoes that are stemmed or cored, and then I'm going to put them in the hot boiling water for about 30 seconds, and then I'll take that straight over to our ice bath, which is over here in the sink, and I'll set that in there for a little while too.
Right.
Oh wait, that one didn't get all the way covered.
Okay, then go ahead and take a spoon and or a knife or something. Make sure they're covered. Are they all the way covered one? Yeah, it probably wouldn't hurt, but we don't want to leave them in there too long. Yeah, next time we'll need to add just a little bit more water. Okay, that should probably do the trick. Is that hot? Do you need pot holders?
No, this is
okay.
hot.
All right. Good job.
We'll hit this side.
Oh, okay. Alright, now as you can see, the skins are already wanting to come off. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to cool those down. And as soon as they get cool to the touch, if you look, Karen, do you see how the skin is
just falling right off of it?
So we'll skin those and we'll put them over here in this one, and you go ahead and take care of Emma, and I'll do that. Just take your tomato, slice it down the side, and then that skin will just slide right off of there, like so. There we go. Easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 boiling water, 30 seconds. 2 ice water, about 30 seconds. And 3 skin right off. Okay, friends, so I have blanched both a Better Boy tomato and a Roma tomato. And if you look at the Better Boys, they are rounder, whereas the Romas are longer. If you look at the insides, you're going to notice that the Better Boys have a lot more sections with seeds and water, whereas the Romas do not. Okay? They have more meat. Let me show you a better Roma. See? They have a lot more meat, a lot less seeds. So, your Romas are best for canning and for salsa. However, you can use Better Boys. You're just not going to have as much of the meat. Alright, on to the next step. Okay, friends, well, we are back. As you can see, we have all of the tomatoes blanched, peeled, so they're ready to be chopped. We're going to do that in just a few minutes. The jalapeno peppers and the garlic have already been chopped. They're ready to go. And now Karen's going to be doing the green peppers. She needs 1 cup of green peppers. And I need 2 cups of onion. So. Well, one thing, that is getting strong. One thing is they might be saying coarsely chopped because we have to cook these down. So maybe they're thinking after we cook it down that they will be smaller, you know. Okay. So I don't know. Live and learn. Alright, so we're finished chopping now. Karen has 1 cup of green pepper. And I have 2 cups of the onion. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and dump those into this pan. Okay, friends, sorry about that. Our battery died, so... but I'm back. I'm going to finish up these tomatoes. Karen's already done her share. And she had to go put the children down for nap. If you could tell, it's a little bit quieter now. So while she's in there resting and getting Jeffrey to sleep, I'm going to go ahead and finish chopping my batch of tomatoes. I'll go ahead and dump Karen's in here. We need 2 of these cups. And Karen really wanted to chop her share of tomatoes, so she was able to get 4 cups done before she had to leave. And now I'm going to do my 4 cups. Or actually, it only requires 7 cups, so I'm going to do my 3 cups, I guess. And
all we do is dice these into small chunks, and they don't have to be super small because when you cook things, they do cook down, and you don't want just mush. So we have decided that's why they're telling us coarsely chopped, so that when they cook down, they will have a little bit of body left to them. So these Romas are so nice and meaty. Some of these that we didn't core all the way down, I'm having to re-core, but that's all right, because you don't want to leave that hard part in. And it's not that hard to get out anyway. So yeah, so I'm just kind of chopping, and I'm going to get my 3 cups. Alright, so now I have this other cup, and I'm going to finish off this tomato, and then I'm going to stop. I don't think Karen's is quite as full as this, so I'm going to count hers as the 3 cup, and I'm going to count mine as the 4 cup, which will give us 7 cups all together. Okay. So, all of the ingredients, except for the spices, are now in the pan, and I'm going to wait for Karen to return to do the spices. And we have 4 tomatoes there left that we can eat fresh for supper. So that turned out pretty good. Alright, we'll be back.
Can we scoop this?
Can I do that?
Oh, did you get some? Yes, we can. So I have to get about half of this tomato paste into this.
And Jeffrey wants to help.
Good job. Let's pick that up. Good work. Okay. There you go. That's about half that can.
All right.
What are you making, Jeffrey?
We are making salsa.
We are making salsa.
Can I
Good
do
job. We're all done. That's as much as we need.
Hey Jeffrey, do you like salsa?
We have to do it.
Okay. You can go ahead and add.
Oh, keep going?
Yeah. What
Okay,
else
let's
does
leave
it
that in
add
here.
for?
Alright, so that was our tomato paste. We need 3/4 cup of vinegar. So, pour that out.
Is that more?
This is called vinegar. Okay, now how mommy pour this? Alright,
Good job.
now we need a half of a cup of loosely packed, finely chopped cilantro.
And Papa.
Yeah. What are you making? Can you look at the camera right here?
Tell Grandma what we're making.
We are
Getting
making
salsa.
salsa.
Okay, this is my half cup of cilantro. Do you want to pour this in there?
That looks like a lot of cilantro.
Can I?
But that's what it says, doesn't it?
Can I get this one here?
And then ground cumin, we need 1/2 teaspoon.
Yeah.
It got on me.
Yes, it's all over me too. You keep touching me with it.
Can I get this like them
Well, we're
wet?
going to use this one.
We're gonna use the smaller one.
Can I get this? Put on it in here.
And we just need a half of this.
Yeah. You don't need much cumin at all. I don't even know if we really need it, but we're gonna add it. Okay.
Good work.
All right. So 1/2 teaspoon of cumin.
Okay,
Cumin.
so then it says We bring all that together. We're going to boil it over medium-high heat. We're going to stir it a lot. And then we're going to reduce the heat and then cook it for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Can I try? Can I try?
There's one for Mommy.
Yes.
There's a rag right there. Can you wipe
Okay, I
this
do.
off? Good job. Stir that up.
Ooh, look at all those colors in there, Jeffrey. What colors do you see?
What color are the tomatoes?
I don't know where.
Look, that's a tomato. What color is that?
I got maple too.
Yeah, what color is it? What color is that tomato?
It's red.
It is red.
I'm doing hot.
Oh, you're doing so good.
And what color are these?
These are called peppers. What color is that?
Purple.
Right here. What color is that?
Pepper.
Yeah,
It
but
is
what
a pepper.
color? What color are the peppers?
Green.
Yes, good job.
And this is, let's see here if Mama can get that. Here's an onion. What color is my onion?
Onion.
That is an onion. What color is the onion? What color is that?
What is it?
It's white.
It is white.
Oh, here. Hang on here.
It's got that owl on me.
Put that everywhere on me.
Move the book safely. I know.
All right. This looks pretty, all those colors together.
It does. It really does. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that on the stove, and we'll bring it to a boil and simmer it for 30 minutes. All right.
All done, Jeffrey. Put your spoon on the edge so it's all off. Good job.
Okay, so our salsa has come to a boil. It smells really good. Alright, so I'm going to reduce the heat. And we are going to simmer for 30 minutes. Timer has been set for 30 minutes. Doesn't that look amazing, guys? I think that's just so pretty. All those colors. Oh, yum, yum. It smells good, too. We've got our jars heating up.
Okay, so our salsa has been on the stove for 30 minutes, just kind of simmering. Now I can take it off and move it to my hot plate. Oh, this is so pretty, guys. Okay. Alright. So, we have our beautiful salsa. It's really pretty. It smells really great in here. I'm going to go get one of my jars.
I think you just go to that bottom, yeah. That's because I think this one's a ½ inch where the jelly was only a 4.
Okay, so then I dip in my vinegar, wipe off the edge, the rim. Oh, and I have to use this tool to get the bubbles out.
Yeah, you gotta go all the way down. You gotta go all the way down.
I'll do all of them.
There. tight also. Okay, there we have it.
Jar number 1. A little bit more, sweetie. Just a little bit more.
Why do we not want bubbles?
Okay, so Karen just asked me why no bubbles, why we're debubbling it. And that's because you do not want any air pockets in your jars, because air is what causes bacteria to grow. So you want to make sure that there are no air pockets in there. Okay, and we have just enough left for a little jelly jar full. We do not have any of the lids, but as long as we keep it in the refrigerator, it should be okay. Alright, here you go. Why don't you go ahead and put those in there. Those go into the water bath canner, that's okay.
Okay, so we have let our salsa process for 20 minutes, and they have also sat an additional 5 minutes, so now I'm going to take them out and put them on our towel. Did you hear it? It stopped.
Hot, baby. Come here. Hot. Come here. Now, canned goods will not always just pop right away. Sometimes it will take them up to like 24 hours. But you've already had 2 pop, maybe 3. Okay, so that one might be one we have to redo. Yeah, go ahead and move it over and we'll test it here in a little bit after it cools off. Yeah, we may have put too much stuff in there. That's why watching your heading is important, which I know I'm the one that said, go ahead and put a little bit more in. But we may have put just a little bit too much in that one. Oh, that one just popped.
Oh, I just pulled out?
Yeah. In fact, I think even this one's popped. Another way you can tell is there's a circle in the middle, and you can, if you get it under the right lighting, you can see that circle. And if that circle's down, then that means it has popped.
Okay, here's this little one.
Yeah, you can.
I can leave it.
No, go ahead. It'll be easier just storing the icebox. Yeah, just enough. And I might go ahead and process that one later whenever I do the second batch. So, all right, 5 beautiful cans, 5 beautiful jars of salsa. All right. Well, family and friends, we have successfully canned our first 5 jars of salsa. I'm sure we're going to be doing more because we just have all kinds of tomatoes and peppers and everything we need coming out of the garden. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you want to know more about our homestead and what we do on it, please subscribe. This is Kim
And Karen
saying bye for now.
Okay. It got in my mouth.
He got that tomato paste in his mouth. I don't think he likes it. And the blooper of the day. The blooper of the day is not to eat raw tomato paste. It doesn't taste that great. Oh, you have it upside down too. Okay, that is the blooper of the night. That's got to be it.
Oh boy. Oh man.
That's okay. It might work. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Yeah.
Okay, so here's this beautiful salsa. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty.
Oh, funnel. Or you can just do it that way too.
Oh, the funnel.
That's okay. If you watch the part where I made pickles, I forgot the funnel too.
Well.
Okay, so I will edit this part out except for the blooper, and we will do this again.
Last time you let me practice.
Didn't I? Well, you only get one practice in canning, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's more than, sometimes you'll get more than one.
Still recording this?
This is my blooper reel. Did everyone see how she just left it on the dirty table? Didn't even re-rinse it? No, I'm just kidding.
This one was dirty. Open